Hi everybody, this is Will Bowen with today's JumpStart. I am walking in Casper, Wyoming. I'm here doing a speech. See, it's me. Can't complain. Anyway, I experienced something yesterday and I wanted to share it with you because I thought it was a good metaphor for life, something that could really jumpstart your day. And what happened was that I got on a plane to fly here from Denver. Now, of course, Denver is very high up, the airport is, and already. You may or may not know this, that all airports have runways that operate in two directions. That's because planes must take off into the prevailing winds and land into the prevailing winds. And so if you've got a runway that is runway 70 or 7, you're also going to have a corresponding runway. Let's see if I get this right. Or excuse me, if you have a 90, then you're also going to have a 27 or a 270. And it all has to do with the direction the wind is blowing. In other words, if the wind is blowing primarily out of the east, you take off as much as you can into the east or the north or the south or the west. Now, here's the point. I was on the plane yesterday and we were getting ready to take off. Everything was set. And they came on and they said that the winds were changing and could we please sit still for a minute? And I thought, wow, what a good metaphor for life. The winds are changing. We better sit still for a minute. What do we often do when the winds around us start to change? We freak out. We start running around. We start trying to do things. When often, as the old saying goes, sometimes don't just do something, sit there. Sometimes it's better to take things in, and sometimes it's better to plan and to understand. And then the other part of this, and I notice I really have a shadow on my face. The other part of this that's important is that we had to then taxi to the other side of the runway because the winds had shifted to the point where they were literally coming from the other direction. So we had to be on the other side of the runway. And I thought to myself, now here's another great metaphor for life. And that is that sometimes you are all set and ready to pull the trigger and go in one direction, and the universe goes, nope, sorry. I'm going to stir stuff up for you. I'm going to really stir things up for you here. And then you're going to have to be coming from a completely different angle. And you know what most people do? They sit on the runway until they die. They don't turn around and take a different tack and try from a different angle to try and make it happen. So, right there in one incident that happened with me yesterday, a couple of really good metaphors for life. Consider this today as you're going through your day, that the winds are going to get stirred up. You'd be bored to death if they weren't. Life is going to throw stuff at you. The question is, can you simply taxi to the other side of the runway and take off? Because that's what you're meant to do. Take off and enjoy today. We'll talk tomorrow. Bye-bye.